Support for Radio Friends comes from Veterinary Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Veterinary Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at lebrunnery.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, November the 4th. Kim Dude is with us today from Children's Grove. Good to have you here, Kim.
Great to be here.
What do you want to deal with today with the Children's Grove?
Well, I'm excited to say that World Kindness Day is coming up on November 13th. And so it is a day when all of us can forget about all of the chaos that's going on around us and make the decision that we can change our part of the world by doing kind acts on a regular basis.
Just being kind to each other and stop saying all the nasty things that we hear every day.
That's right.
We hear it you can't turn on the television, you can't turn on the radio or pick up the newspaper that we don't hear negative, nasty information.
Yes, and that to me is what Children's Grove is trying to do, is change the conversation, change our culture back to what we really want to be. I think we inherently want to be kind
people. I do
too.
And
I think most people are kind people, but they maybe don't act on it as much as they should, or they don't recognize it. And you could walk right by and somebody could be doing an incredibly kind thing, and we should notice that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And one thing we do is we ask people, and I'll give you one of these.
Okay.
I wear this wristband all the time, and it says, "Kindness changes everything." And if I see somebody doing a random act of kindness, I go up to them, I thank them, I give them my bracelet, ask them to wear it, and then ask them if they see somebody doing an act of kindness that they pass it on.
How nice.
So there's a thing called the butterfly effect, which says that when a butterfly flaps its wings, it creates a current that can make a change clear on the other side of the world. And so it is a paying it forward concept of making the world better by being good yourself, and then also rewarding other people for being good. And one thing that's extremely cool, I think, is that off of 9th Street, between 9th Street and 10th Street, there's a place called Alley A.
In Columbia.
There's a place called Alley A, and on that alley, I'm very happy to say, are two beautiful butterfly murals. And the purpose for those, Children's Grove is doing that, or did that, and we are, thanks to John Ott, who said we could, allowed us because he owns that property. And what we hope people do is stand in front of it and have their picture taken in front of it so that they are, in fact, the butterfly. And we have a small one for children and then a large one for adults. And above it, it says, "Kindness changes everything." And I think it'll be a photo destination, just like the columns or the tiger.
That's beautiful.
I think it's a place everybody will go.
That's beautiful, Kim.
And
so the date?
The date is November 13th. And so during that time, we're going to be doing a variety of things. And we're going to be doing things at the high schools. We're going to be reading at the public library. Okay. We're going to have a special dedication of a kindness tree at Russell Boulevard School. We're going to have a tree and a butterfly bench that the superintendent of schools decided we need to do something to honor Mayor Hindman, and so it's going to be a whole little area
That's
there,
nice.
And so that'll be very, very cool.
You know, you've got so many things, and we're out of time.
Okay.
But the date, again, is?
November 13th. One thing I'd like to really add, though, is that the Reader's Digest named us the nicest place in Missouri, Columbia.
The nicest place in Missouri?
Through the Children's Grove nomination. And so we want to tweak that to say kindness capital of Missouri. We want everyone to view Columbia as the kindness capital of Missouri, and we can all play a part in that.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim Dude. I appreciate you coming by, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank
and
you
if
very
people
much.
want more information, the best thing to do is go to the website, childrensgrove.com.
Yes.
All right? Childrensgrove.com, and don't forget, just pay a random act of kindness forward, okay? Now, my friend just kind of snuck in here, Dr. C.B. Chastain. Good to have you here,
Hi, Paul.
C.B. Pet health tips today, right?
Yeah.
And we're going into the holidays.
Right. I want to tell you about dog foods again.
Okay.
First, I need to tell you about dilated cardiomyopathy. It's when the heart becomes flabby and can't produce pump blood as well as it should.
Uh-huh.
And it's a hereditary problem in Dobermans and in boxers. But in June of this year, there was a report of 524 dogs, all on a similar diet, that got dilated cardiomyopathy, and they were not Dobermans or boxers. They were mostly golden retrievers and Labradors.
So it was something they were eating.
Right. And it turned out that they were all on grain-free diets. They were on diets that they'd taken the wheat and the corn and stuff out and put in peas and lentils, chickpeas and lentils. And we still don't know exactly what the cause is, but the association is too strong that the peas and lentils didn't have something to do with it.
So what are you saying? And so how do you know then what is the right food to feed your dog?
Okay, how this develops is that all of these are produced by what are called boutique dog food companies. They're small companies that try to have a special niche in the market.
For people who think that they really are buying the best food for their dogs. That's the way it's marketed.
Right, yes. And the reason that this develops is because of money. The dog food industry is $23 billion per year, and it constitutes a large chunk of the shelf space in grocery stores. And so they try to develop a niche in the market, mostly by telling people that dogs ought to eat like wolves or they ought to be vegetarians. And neither one is true. A dog should not be fed like a wolf, and it should not be a vegetarian or a vegan.
It needs to have a well-rounded diet.
Right. 100,000 years ago, the dog evolved off the gray wolf in Europe. And what it did is it followed humans and scavenged their food waste. And they did that until 1860. There wasn't any commercial dog foods until 1860, but that was a good thing because then you could control the diet and make sure it was balanced. And so what ought to be done now is to feed from major dog food companies, preferably dry maintenance food, unless your veterinarian tells you otherwise.
Okay, so what you're saying is buy from major
companies.
Major companies for both dogs and cats. And you like the dry diet?
Yes. Mainly it's easier stored and it's more economical and it's nutritionally balanced.
Okay. And there's a lot, when people want to feed their dogs and cats what they feel is the best for them. And I would imagine the best thing to do, too, is to talk to your veterinarian about it.
Right.
Okay.
To make sure it stays balanced. You can supplement food, but it shouldn't be more than 10% of their diet.
Okay. What's the website real quick, CB?
I can tell you the phone number.
Okay.
It's 573-882-7821.
Thank you very much, okay? We're out of time for today. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.